What's one myth about PhD life that you'd love to debunk? So the myth that I would like to debunk is that you have to be the smartest person in the room to do a PhD, and that you must sacrifice everything within your life to do a PhD. So for me personally, growing up, I was never academically gifted or part of the gifted and talented groups in high school and college. But I was determined and I was committed to get a good education, to make my mum and my dad and my family proud. And I think in that instance, it wasn't about being a genius. It was rather about being curious, about wanting to learn, about having the commitment to want to learn, and in my instance, to want to better my life for myself and my family as well. So for me, I started my PhD when I was 22, having got funding for my master's and my PhD at age 20. And I think I've evolved so much as a woman in that time, in not only my research skills or my teaching skills or my academic skills, but also in my life, in my career, in, you know, the person that I present to you today. I've really grown in confidence and found my identity to actually be a strength within these academic spaces. And while a PhD can be demanding, it's also super fulfilling. So if you do a day of work, you know, you can go home and you can do self-care, you can practice self-care, you can hang out with your friends. And while a PhD can be deemed demanding, it's only demanding if you let it demand your life. So for me, I like to set boundaries in place, have a work-life balance. So for me, that looks like starting the day doing some work and maybe finishing at 5 p.m, 6 p.m, you know, watching some TV, going out with the girls, having a boogie, going to concerts, filming TikToks, doing things that I really love doing and practicing self-care if and when I can. And I think finding that routine and that balance has been really helpful in recognizing who I am, not just as an academic, but outside of that, and how they can intersect. So the myth that I would like to debunk is that you have to be the smartest person in the room or the most vocal person in the room, and that you have to, you know, sacrifice your life, and in my instance, your early 20s, to do a PhD. I don't think that's true at all.